So the claim is that there was some sort of motor vehicle accident. And since the impact was over here and my car was parked here, so how did a vehicle get through these trees without touching any of the trees and make impact with my vehicle there? That doesn't make any sense. Now, my son was parked here behind me, and my van, of course, was parked there. So how did a vehicle get past my van and past my son's car and yet be able to make an impact on this side of the vehicle? It doesn't make any sense. How does an impact cause pry marks on a gas door? Which my son showed me. He just grabbed this and it popped right open with his fingers, which means that when they pried it open with whatever they used to pry it open, you can clearly see the pry marks there. And if those were old, that would be rusty. And there's no rust. So God knows what they put in my gas tank. I have no clue. And then how does back glass, which you can't see right now because I put this over it to try to keep the rain out, but tape does not stick to fabric very well, to a convertible top very well. So the interior of my car now stinks. It reeks of mold and mildew. And somehow, after getting through those trees and that car and this van, was able to come around and make impact with the front of my vehicle. Now, the cop moved this. It was dangling down and showed like it was pulled forward and that way. So how did they get past all of that and this van and still make an impact that caused that to go forward and that way and leave pry marks? Again, there's pry marks right there. I think they had a pry bar and they pried that loose and then yanked it forward. And then, of course, the scratch on the hood, which is obviously from the same pry bar, and these other hammer marks that are all around it. So that's damage going that way, and damage going the opposite direction from the rear corner out that way, plus all the pry marks and the damage to the convertible top, and now the overwhelming stench of mold and mildew inside the vehicle. I really don't understand how it's even possible for that to have happened with my vehicle parked right here. No impact marks, no skid marks on the ground, no skid marks in the driveway, no skid marks on the ground. If there was a vehicle impact in my driveway, there would certainly, at very least, you're saying there's not always paint transfer, but there'd be at least skid marks, or it would have shifted the vehicle in one way or another, which would have, left a mark in the dirt driveway from the impact of the other vehicle. An object in motion stays in motion until it meets with the equal or opposite force. That's plain science, physics, folks. So if a vehicle came from over there and hit this car right there, it would have driven it that direction and left marks on the ground from the vehicle being moved. And then somehow came around the vehicle and impacted the front. That would have also left marks on the ground, and there just aren't any. It's physically impossible for this vehicle to have been involved in a motor vehicle accident while parked in my driveway with a vehicle parked behind it and a vehicle parked beside it. No, it's impossible. It has to have been vandalism. That is the only answer.